Hello and welcome to
Take Two,
the greatest movie show on the planet, not Movie Hacks. This is Take Two. My name is Tyler. I'm by myself today, sort of, with Matt, and we're going to be talking about Black Panther. Black Panther is being praised as the greatest Marvel movie ever made. It's apparently Shakespearean, an insightful political movie.
It's the Othello.
The Othello.
Of the Marvel franchise.
Yep. It should be shared in schools and by intellectuals. People are praising it, actually not on its film, but on the message of it. And I want to say, you guys are all stupid. This movie's good, but it's...
What's the message of the film?
It's basically how Wakanda is like an advanced civilization, and they should be helping like inner city and poor places.
So where the superheroes have to work as a team, they're saying that the cities have to work as the nations have to work as a team as well.
Oh my God! It's Shakespearean. No, the Black Panther is a good, I would say even above average Marvel movie. It's one of the better directed. We'll get the pros first. First, direction. Ryan Coogler. We both love Creed, and he adds a little bit.
Not the son of a bitch out.
All right, so Coogler, you can tell that because Marvel movies typically tend to be directed with the same kind of style. Ryan Coogler was given a little bit more freedom. He has a few of his own little style things. There's a one-shot fight scene, which isn't really done super well, but it's mainly because of the CGI, but we'll get to that in the cons. But the directing is well. All the performances all around are great. The two standouts, though, are Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan. I really enjoyed the fact that Black Panther was very calm and, like, not a witty asshole. He was actually, like, a character who is real and isn't spouting out these witty lines that no one can really think of. I really enjoyed that. And then we get one of the better MCU villains, Michael B. Jordan, who, if you know anything about good villains, are typically ones that you can at least somewhat relate to. And you can relate to Michael B. Jordan's. It's just Michael B. Jordan's character is Killmonger. But we'll get to that in cons. He's not really in a lot of the movie. Or at least the first hour isn't really. He's not in it at all.
What about Maz Kanata?
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o. She's in it, and she plays the love interest who fights someone once or twice, and that's it, and then gets beat up, I think, by Michael B. Jordan. So shout out to Chris Brown.
They have ladies getting hit in a Marvel movie?
Yes.
Wow.
Ladies get the crap kicked out of them in this movie. So. Wow, look at that. I'm surprised no one complained about that, actually.
Yeah.
So like I said, this movie's being touted as this... It's being put on like an upper echelon of great cinematic experiences when everyone's an idiot and it's just surface level entertainment that Marvel just put out to get money.
It seems like that's a good message.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think your bitterness is a reaction to like the blind praise it's getting. Like, I feel like if it wasn't getting the blind praise, I mean, it's good, to have a message saying, we should all... It's very trite now because every superhero movie, other than the depressing Justice League movies, have a message of work as a team. I
am a little annoyed by the fact that...
I don't know if anyone can hear me.
What? Oh, you can, because your audio's coming up. Don't worry. I'm a little annoyed by this. They called this Shakespearean tragedy, which Michael B. Jordan is the son of Black Panther's character T'Challa.
Oh, really?
He's the son of his uncle.
Oh.
So they're cousins? Yeah. So, but no one knows that. He's kind of cast aside. Black Panther's father killed his brother and left his brother's son there to grow up, but knowing he's Wakandan and like hatred because they kind of abandoned him, and then he comes back and all that stuff. But I want to say pros real quick. Finish up. Directing. I say the story is good. I don't think it deserves all this praise. I think the action is well done. The acting is well done. We'll get to the action. I think in terms of a Marvel movie, I would put this in the same tier as like Iron Man 3 and Spider-Man Homecoming. One that is above average. I don't really... It's any compliments or praise you're going to give this movie is praise that you would have heard from other Marvel movies. I think the cons are a little bit more unique this one. So basically, if you're looking for a good entertainment blockbuster... What? No, I'm just saying that my pros are very standard for a Marvel movie.
Okay.
Good directing, good story, good acting. They nail casting. Better villain than usual. and a better story. I also liked the whole kind of this, like, the culture of Wakanda. I thought it was pretty interesting. However, there is like I actually thought the advanced culture and like the tribal cultures kind of mixed well together. I thought that worked well. I thought all the side characters were interesting. I thought there were some cool directing choices, and I kind of like how it's going to ultimately tie into the greater MCU, because now it's probably going to have a big impact on Infinity War, and I'm excited for that. So, I keep hitting my chair, sorry. So, I want to go into cons, Matt. The CGI in this movie is not really that good. The final fight is 2 Black Panther suits in a CGI area, and it's not that interesting. It's actually kind of boring.
Well, I mean, Ryan Coogler, from what I've gathered, with Creed, it's like, it's real actors having to train to do real boxing scenes, and it's all takes place in a real environment. I'm sure, like, he's a little out of his element when, like, he just goes on set and there's just green screens everywhere.
No,
make a movie.
But here's the thing, he doesn't have any effect on the computer graphics. That's all a team. And with a budget as high as MCU, it looks really dated. It's not going to age well in the slightest. I even think there's, in Civil War, the one shot in the airport where Tony Stark doesn't have, he's just a suit and a head. I even think that is not going to age well.
And what?
It's not going to age well. It looks a little goofy.
What fight scene?
At the airport where he's walking around with this suit without the helmet on. Well, I'll show you it after.
Okay.
I think, but the CGI in this movie is going to age poorly. I didn't think the action was very interesting. It was actually really jump cutty. It was really surprising considering we have a fight scene like Civil War, which doesn't have long takes, but it's just kind of like, it's better action. There is a one-take fight scene in this movie, harkening back to Ryan Coogler, because he directed the movie, his one-shot boxing scene in Creed. However, this movie mixes in CGI, and it doesn't do it well in the fight scene. And it's tracking, and it's swooping, and it's doing all those things, but it's not interesting. I also want to say that the first hour of the movie, I'd say 45 minutes, because Michael B. Jordan's character is introduced in the beginning of the movie. However, he disappears, and we get Andy Serkis's character, Claw. And he's really good. Andy Serkis is good in this movie, except he's the focus of the first hour, and it's not interesting in the slightest. I was actually kind of really bored with the movie for the first hour. There's a really bland car chase scene that was just kind of used to show, like, how cool Wakandan, like, technology is. And there is some cool moments in it, but it was really just, it didn't feel like it was going anywhere. The only point of it, mild spoilers, is so it can set up to Michael B. Jordan killing Claw and then bringing him to Wakanda, and that sets up the further conflict. So you have an hour and 15 minutes of the movie left, and then now the movie gets interesting and the movie gets really good while it's not focusing on action. When it's focusing on characters and the setting and I guess the message, I know it's going to sound a little contradicting, but the movie gets good. As soon as the action starts, it turns into just fighting. And with giant rhinos, I should say, which were actually pretty cool. I was a big fan of that. But when you have...
I like rhinos.
Rhinos are really cool. But when you have characters that... We just filmed an action scene in Coherent Rant. When you have characters that are so invincible, in this suit, he literally, like, it's a function. You know how in the trailer he glows purple? Spoilers, by the way. It's just a thing where any kinetic damage he takes, you can get, like, shoot him with a gun. He can, like, release energy. So he can't get hurt in the movie. Like, his suit, he's impenetrable. He can't get hurt. So they have to try to find ways to get around that, because you have two people with two impenetrable suits fighting each other. You have to find a way to get out of that or get around that, and it's not interesting. But that kind of, you don't really have a super interesting fight scenes or characters you don't really care about. So, I don't know. The movie is good as a whole. However, it's good not in the typical Marvel sense, I should say. It's good in its characters and its story, but in its action and its actual procedure of the movie.
What do you rate it?
Fuck you. That's how I rate it. It's not. It falls short. It's a good Marvel movie. What do you expect? I know this review is a little all over the place. I didn't do any notes. I just kind of want to get this out there. But yeah, Marvel movies. It's good. I mean, what do you expect now? It's Marvel. They're gonna make good movies. Do you have any questions, Matt?
No, I feel like I've already seen this movie.
You really have. Like, if you... It's like the second Iron Man.
You mean the best Marvel movie?
I hate you. But it's like, it's just... I don't know. I think it's getting too much praise. It's one of the highest reviewed movies on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that's completely ludicrous, and I don't think it deserves it in the slightest. So, I know this review isn't structured in the slightest, or really well put together. I'm going to sound like I'm contradicting myself a lot, because I didn't have any notes, I just wanted to get it out there. But if you guys have any comments or blind hate throughout me, do it in the comments. I'll be sure to respond and try to tickle your fancy a little bit. So, thank you guys for listening. This is Tyler. Matt, do you want to say goodbye?
This is Tyler.
All right, 2 Tylers. Do you have anything else, Matt, before we go?
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Or are you just saying that got it? Because he's a black guy?
No.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
It sounds similar.
And goodbye.